Hello, and welcome back to another episode of TBD. I'm here with my co-pilot, my partner in crime, Seth Payne. Seth, make some noise for the people.
Yeah!
Wow. I liked that. That was a lot of energy. That was beautiful. I'm honestly mentally aroused right now. That was great. Oh, now he's dabbing. We're very lucky to be joined by our guest. He was the producer of the Arts and Culture Club and produced with me at the store in Chicago before Corona, BC. But Christ has come, and now we're just waiting to be taken to the sky. So, ladies and gentlemen, make some noise for our good friend, Adam De La Fuente. Hell yeah.
What's up?
Just going to say it right out of the gate to both of you is you both have great placement on your knit caps. You got to get rid of one of these. Hipsters, emos, nerds, or preppies.
I feel like hipster is so loose, but I remember when there was a few years there where hipster was like a straight up insult. Like you were telling someone you were pretentious if you called them a hipster.
I still kind of think you are, to be honest, but
okay, I guess hipsters, like for sure, because I can't stand that, man. It's like being pretentious about it. They invaded beer, they invaded music, they invaded fashion, they invaded beards.
And you know what they did? They did nothing. They never did nothing with their fucking life.
They brought nothing to the table.
Never. Just mediocrity and maybe a little bit of lack of iron.
It's insane, bro.
Tell me about it.
When I was a barista, everyone wanted a French press or a whatever.
And honestly, who gives a fuck about the French press?
Hey, bro. Good.
Who cares how you grind your
bean?
bean?
Drip coffee. Black.
Amen.
Do you guys know what a breve is? It's the most disgusting drink I've ever heard of. I didn't hear about it until I started working in coffee.
What's a breve?
Okay, a breve is a latte, but instead of using milk, you use cream. But it's just crazy. I just feel like
to drink.
I'd rather have like espresso ice cream or something at that point.
That sounds pretty good too.
Coffee ice cream is dope. That's like my go-to.
Really? You have coffee ice cream?
Choice, but I love coffee and then chocolate. Some kind of chocolate.
Just like plain chocolate ice cream. I don't really mess with that. I don't like chocolate ice cream.
Well, like you don't like? Do you like souped up chocolate ice cream, or you just don't like chocolate ice cream at all?
I don't hate it. It's just like if you get me a Neapolitan, I'm only eating the strawberry and the vanilla. You know what I'm saying?
Whoa,
dude, that's a hot.
Yeah.
So if it was like a fuck, marry, kill, what would you do for Neapolitan ice cream?
You gotta slap your dick in the middle of all of it.
Yeah, lengthwise in all three.
Why are you laying it horizontally? Get vertical with a motherfucker.
But if I had to, like if someone was like, yo, you have to go full peener in one, vanilla.
Least resistance. You don't want strawberry chunk in that urethra.
Oh, dude. And for some reason, I feel like the chocolate ice cream is always thicker.
So you would fuck vanilla, marry strawberry, and kill.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
What about you, Brad?
I would probably fuck a cake. Probably you got to marry vanilla because it's just like a solid choice that you can build a life with.
Wow.
You know? And then I want to fuck both of them.
What was the first R-rated movie you saw in theaters?
Oh, that's a good question.
Mine was Undercover Brother. It's not true.
The Eddie Griffin movie?
That one's PG-13.
I definitely snuck into that one, though.
It was either Knocked Up or like Paranormal Activity. Because I'm trying to think because we used to go to all these stupid movies with like girls when I was like 13, 14, 15. That was like the thing to do, right?
Yeah.
With like a group of people. And then you try and like smooch. Like everyone, it was like, all right, we got to pair up and one of us is smooching tonight. It might have been Passion of the Christ. Now that I think about it,
that was literally what I was about to say because that really was mine.
Passion of the Christ came out
really about to say that.
04,
yeah.
03. So it
I
was
went with my
Passion of the
church.
Christ.
I went with my church.
I went with my church for that too.
So we all enjoyed Passion of the Christ.
Hands in, boys.
Found it.
Damn.
If you had to go to Passion of the Christ again in theaters, what snacks would you get?
Dude, there was a lady mowing down snacks next to me. My fucking math teacher. She had
ooh, here's the good part.
I was like, what the fuck?
I remember being so young that I got freaked out at the part where he's like getting like crucified and stuff, and like the devil's there like in the background in a black hood, just like. That's the only part I remember, honestly. I love it.
I love it.
Yeah.
Were you more of a Nickelodeon or a Disney kid?
Probably Nickelodeon.
Okay.
Hey Arnold's my favorite cartoon of all time.
It's a great one.
I feel like I was more Cartoon Network as well.
That makes sense. But the Disney Channel kids were weird.
Yeah, I feel like I liked their movies, but I didn't watch a lot of their shows. Yeah. I think like I watched a little bit of Sweet Life of Zach and Cody when I was like 5th, 6th grade.
Yeah.
7th grade. Yeah, but I only got cable when I was in 6th grade for the first time.
Oh, so you were a PBS kid.
Oh, for sure. Arthur, bro.
Yeah, Arthur. Arthur
Yeah.
saved all our lives.
Mm-hmm. Arthur and the Simpsons.
Yeah, that's a good mix.
And Fear Factor.
And Fear Factor.
Oh yeah.
Yo, dude, when Fear Factor comes on UPM at 5 p.m., you know it's fucking game time.
Bro.
Syndication heaven.
And fear is not a factor for you.
I was gonna say, do you guys think a lot of the hatred, like, kind of directed at Joe Rogan from the comedy community, is an attack on white men? Who would you say is your like favorite like comic at that level? That's like newly in the the comedy world, like everyone knows now.
Probably Mark Normand.
Yeah, he's funny. He's really good. Really great joke writer.
Yeah, he's such a good joke writer, and he toes the line so well. But he's so crafty that like he does it all the time, and it works every time.
He's like Dirty Seinfeld.
Yeah. And I love it like when he knows he says something like kind of towing the line of what's like acceptable, and he gets like a mixed reaction. He always just goes like, "Oh, jokes, just telling jokes on stage. Not my real feelings, folks." He's really silly too. His podcast is totally unhinged. It's like it at times it becomes barely like comprehensible.
What's his podcast?
Tuesday with Stories.
Okay.
It's him and another comedian, and they have like their own language. Like they replace. I've told Brad about this. They replace like words in normal conversation. They'll just take a word out and replace it with like queef, cunt, anal.
All the fun words.
Yeah, it's really wild.
Honestly, I think I say queef way too much.
I don't think you say it enough.
Yeah, that's another argument. I think about queefs a lot, though. I mean, it's just funny, you know, like a pussy fart.
Good.
Pretty funny.
If you were on Fear Factor and you came around the corner and Joe Rogan was like, "You got to do this fear," what would be the absolute thing that you couldn't do? What's the factor?
I really don't like spiders.
Really?
Or roaches.
So if you had to like lay in like a tank of like tarantulas.
Yeah, I don't think I could do it. But I
Really?
mean, if there's money on the line, like I feel like I could power through it, but I would really, really hate it.
What gets you like super amped up? What gets you like stoked? Either like fired up, angry, or fired up, like pumped up?
Yeah, certain sports, like I get really stoked on fighting, like MMA. If there's like a good fighter, I get really emotional, like really emotionally invested. Certain music too, like when I hear like a really awesome part of a song, like even if it's not like a motivational song, if it just sounds good or sounds really cool, like it makes me laugh. Like I've been like that since I was a kid. Like if a really good riff or if a really good like rhyme or beat that's just super awesome, like I'm just like, that was crazy.
Like in the national anthem.
Yeah, right, exactly. But nothing compares to, honestly, like getting off of a show that you killed. I feel like I could run through a damn brick wall after that, bro. I remember some of the most amped I've ever been. Like I actually did an audition for some Comedy Central show and like slayed the room, like read my sides, and then they asked me to improvise lines with somebody, and just destroyed the casting room with like the casting director and producers in there. I didn't get the part, but man, dude, I almost broke the hinges off the door when I walked out of that place. I was so stoked because I thought for sure I was going to get it, but I didn't. I guess I was too funny.
What was the best Christmas gift you ever got?
Oh, this is easy. My family went through a time when I was like in fourth and fifth grade where we were really broke. Like, I got handed eviction notices, almost turned our lights off, type of stuff. For Christmas, I think in '05, '06, the PS3 came out, I think it was.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And but what my dad did was, so he gave us PlayStation 3 games first, and he hid the PlayStation. So we were like, I don't know how he afforded it. I think like someone got it for him, and he paid the guy over time.
Damn.
I believe, because I remember him telling me that someone had grabbed it for him because it was like obviously like the hottest thing, and it was like $600, which like
Jesus,
back then
yeah.
was like insane. So because there was also a Blu-ray player, and that's why they marked up the price so much. Anyway, so he got us this Medal of Honor game, I think it was, and we were like, Dad, this is for the wrong system. We don't have the PlayStation 3. We have the PlayStation 2. And he was like, oh, I'm so sorry. I made a mistake, blah, blah, blah. Like, sells the whole thing. And then we're wrapping up, like about to have like lunch or breakfast or whatever. And then he's like, oh my God, I forgot this. And then he was like, this is your last gift. And it was the PlayStation 3.
Dang.
Dude, I get emotional. I get teared up when I think about that sometimes.
That's Christmas magic. That's Dad making memories for you.
Oh, for sure. I will never forget that, bro, to the day I die. I remember me and my brother were just like, yes. One thing that people have forgotten that I want to remind them of is I always hear people who aren't from here talk about how they don't like deep dish and how they prefer New York style pizza because deep dish is too much. For the last time, pub style pizza, thin crust pub style pizza is like the truest Chicago style pizza. And that's what everyone who's from the area around here grew up eating. And the best pub style pizza in the area is in Stickney, Illinois, 20 minutes outside of Chicago at Villanova Pizza on Pershing and Harlem-ish. It's the best spot, and it's in the suburbs.
All right. Yeah, with something that you strongly suspect we have no proof of.
The reason why people hate on Nickelback so much is because they're embarrassed about how much they loved their first record, dude. Do you remember how many – dude, they got a platinum record and were selling out stadiums or in all over the North America. Somebody was going to those shows, bro, and it was probably you. You know what I mean? I can't stand that when people just jump on the hate bandwagon. Like somebody was buying their records and buying their tickets.
Wait, Seth, have you seen them live?
I have not seen Nickelback live. I definitely jammed out to Nickelback live. I'm like, probably like, I don't think I had their album, but I had them on like fucking Now 5 or whatever was out when I was.
No, that's what I call Nickelback.
Yeah, dude.
Volume Nickel.
We always let our guests customize the name of our show. What is the name of our show?
Totally Bloody Dance Hall. It's a horror movie we're all three going to put a bunch of money into, and it's about a ghost that haunts a nightclub, and there's only dance hall music is played throughout the entire film.
And he only shows up when everyone queefs at once.
Thanks for doing this.
Yeah, dude. Of course, anytime, man. Thank you so much for having me.
Party with you again soon. Thanks, Brad, for being on today. We'll catch you guys at the next quiff.